Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I wanted to show you why some players lose control of their shots when they're playing on the front foot. And one of the main reasons for this is the difference in control between the top hand and the bottom hand on your bat. So this is what it looks like. When they're holding the bat or when they're playing the shot, their top hand is weak on the bat and their bottom hand is dominating the shot. And no coach likes to see this. So when the player grips the bat and they play their shot, if their bottom hand dominates the shot, which is not the right technique, they will hit the ball early or ahead of them, which will cause the ball to go up. And for us coaches and parents, the way to spot this issue is if the player plays their shot and this top wrist starts to bend and reach its full range of motion, that's when the bottom hand has taken over and the top hand has given up on the shot, bottom hand has taken over that shot. And if you see your player and this is the final result after they play their shot, then this has to change to this, where the wrist is straight. And of course the bat is then pointing down. And naturally when the player plays with this technique, where the wrist is straight, the top elbow starts to go up and stays there as opposed to going back and the bat going up. Very naturally for a player, the bottom hand tends to be the stronger hand. So for a right hand player, the right hand is generally stronger. When they are hitting the shot, the right hand being the stronger hand will tend to dominate it until they are coached to dominate with their left hand or their top hand. In terms of coaching, there are some drills that you can do to strengthen that top hand and make that top hand a bit more dominant. One of them looks like this. Grab a tennis ball, put it under your chin. This time, hold the bat just with your left hand. Drop the ball, 1, 2, step and hit. Initially, if the player is struggling to hold the bat with just one hand, perhaps they can hold it a bit lower on the handle, and this will allow them to hold the bat more comfortably. If it's still quite heavy for the player can then use a stump and then very similar thing, drop the ball, 1, 2 and try and hit the ball with the stump using just that top hand until they get used to this, then go back to the bat and the player just uses one hand, steps forward and keeps playing until this hand feels more dominant, and then put the bottom hand on it and then try again. As long as their top wrist is straight and their left hand is strong, the player will tend to dominate the shots a lot because they'll naturally play the ball late and also the ball will stay more along the ground. If the player is still not able to dominate the shot with their top hand, what the player can do is hold the top hand strong on the bat. The bottom hand, the player can hold it loose or take a couple of fingers off that bottom hand or off the handle and just keep the thumb and any 2 fingers on the bat, and the other 2 fingers can be off the bat, and then try and play the shot. This is something that they can start practicing more in the nets before applying it in the matches. They can also then eventually take it into the matches, but by then their top hand will be naturally more dominant and that will flow through into the matches. So that's it folks. It's all about that top hand strong in your front foot shots. Keep practicing. If the player is still not able to get it, send me their videos. I'll be happy to give you some feedback. Enjoy the practice and see you next time.